big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Here's something you don't often get a lot of, some good economic news. Okay, did you know that in May, Texas added more jobs than any other state? And last year, right here in Dallas, we had the largest employment increase in the state. Sure, Dallas is great, but have you ever wondered why here and why now? Ed Curtis, the CEO of YTexas, is here this morning to help answer all of those burning questions. Good to see you.
You too.
And
Thanks
you live here in Dallas, so
I
this
live
is
here in
great
Dallas.
news.
I've been here 21 years.
Wow, so why is Texas and Dallas, why are we doing so well?
You know, it's an exciting place to be. I mean, Texas is getting national acclaim for being successful in a lot of things. We have, you know, all of our major markets, Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, are all leading the nation in job growth and potential. And it's very active for small businesses and large businesses, and companies and people are moving here. And they want to be a part of a winning team, which is happening in Texas.
It's kind of exciting things all around. What would you say are the bigger job opportunities here in Texas and Dallas?
Well, I'll tell you, over the last 10 years, Texas has created more jobs than any other state. But what's interesting about that statistic is it's in all levels of income, high, low, and middle income jobs.
Which is huge.
Which is huge. And the economy in Texas, and particularly Dallas-Fort Worth, what makes the numbers very attractive is that they're hitting all industry sectors. So you think about it, banks are moving here, manufacturers, technology companies, startups, large corporations. It's a diverse set of industries which are creating a large number of opportunities in middle-skill jobs. Middle-skill job is something that requires more than a high school degree, but not necessarily a four-year degree, which is creating opportunities in healthcare, in consumer-related industries, and it's across the board.
Well, I was going to say, it appeals to every single person out there.
Every single person.
And I think a lot of people may not know, but one of the areas your company concentrated on is helping CEOs and executives assimilate to Texas culture here. So what exactly, for those who don't know, what does that mean?
You know, assimilating, there's a personal aspect to relocation that most people don't focus on. If you think, listen, the CEO is a person, and he or she is responsible for a large number of people. I mean, if you're moving, if you look at a large relocation like Toyota, or even a small company that may be moving 5 or 10 people here, there's a big burden on that person who is leading a large number of people and their families, convincing them and telling them that it's a win-win situation for everyone. So we found there are a few different aspects of acclimation that are very helpful to these leaders. And the first is probably providing them the network of people that they had and the influence they had in the cities that they came from. We provide that network for them. Understanding the full landscape within Texas. It's a big state. There's a lot about Texas they don't know. And then empowering them to empower their people to say, listen, this is a good move for everyone, and there's opportunity here for you.
I think there's this running joke that we always do things so differently here in Texas. We could be our own nation. Do we really do business that differently here in Texas?
I think so.
Really?
You know, the thing that stands out to most of our folks moving in from out of town is the Texas pride. You know, I had a CEO the other day comment on someone's lapel, and it had a Texas flag on it.
Of course it did.
I think that pride is we obviously be very proud of, but it's impressive to people moving into the state, and they want to be a part of that winning spirit. I think collaboration and the way people work together is like no other place, and when companies and people move here, they experience that, they love it, and they want to be a part of it, and the YTexas program provides that for them.
All right, well, you mentioned Toyota earlier. This is one example of what draws people here. I mean, Toyota moving from what, California to Plano?
Plano.
This is huge. How many people are we talking about?
Well, I think all in all, several thousand, 3,000 or 4,000 people. They're phasing them in over the next few years, but you know, it's the quality of life aspect of being in Texas, having you know, an affordable place to buy a home, to have reasonable commutes, to be close to airports, to have resources throughout the state. You know, they do a large number of manufacturing down south in San Antonio, and I think all of those aspects relate to even a small business owner that picks up and moves their family or 3 or 4 people into the state.
It's exciting.
It's really exciting.
And it speaks for itself. And you know what you're talking about because you live here. Good to see you.
You too.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for
good
having
news
me.
there. Again, its company is YTexas, and you can find out more by logging on to that's the letter Y, Texas.com. And coming up right here.